It is March 14th. The pros are in France for the race to the sun. I am currently in a Spokane basement where the temperature is frozen burrito. I was going to film outside today, but the sky is clear and the snow is deep. Thank you, Spokane, for your fake springs. And my motivation is currently buried under a pile of laundry. Vingegaard is alien. Italy is a freight train, and I'm just trying to stay warm. Let's get into it. Welcome back. If you want to know how brutal pro cycling is, look at Paris-Nice Stage 7 today. They had to cut the stage down to just 47 kilometers because of snow and rain. 47K. That's basically a club ride, except they were doing 50 miles an hour, a near freezing slush. Dorian Gordon took the win, but the real story is Jonas Vingegaard. He went down in a crash, got back up, and still leads the race by over 3 minutes. He's not just a favorite, he's essentially the final boss of cycling right now. Meanwhile, Tirreno-Adriatico, the race of two seas, is actually the race of just one Mexican. Isaac del Toro won stage 6 today, dropping everyone on the climb to Camerino. He is 22 years old and he's still making veterans look like they're riding in reverse. And Mathieu van der Poel, he's just lurking, winning sprints, sending a giant "see you next Saturday" message to the rest of the world. The gap between the top 5 riders in the world and everyone else is now officially a canyon. Vingegaard is winning by minutes in France. Del Toro is crushing sprints in Italy. And Van der Poel, he looks like he's playing with his food. He won stage 4 this week by basically out-sprinting a bunch of guys while looking like he was on a recovery ride. If you are terrified of what he's going to do on the Poggio next week, you have not been watching. Which brings us to next Saturday, Milano-Sanremo. 300 kilometers of waiting for 10 minutes of absolutely insanity. We have Van der Poel in terrifying form, Tadej Pogacar coming in fresh, and Jasper Philipsen hoping for a sprint. But after this week, my money's on Mathieu. He used Tirreno as a 1,000-kilometer lead-out. When he hits the Poggio, the only thing that others are going to see is his rear derailleur. It's my pick. Speaking of which, let's see what I've been hoarding since 1987. I'm back. Welcome to Pat's Hoarding Corner. Precision carbon is great, but let's look at the Tupperware of regret from the 80s, shall we? First off, Exhibit A. The Silca frame pump with the metal Campagnolo head. This isn't a tool, it is a blunt force weapon. It takes 400 strokes to get to 60 psi, but it'll also fend off a stray dog. Try doing that with a CO2 cartridge, huh? Oh, my collection of water bottles from the 1980s. These are BPA time capsules. They taste like 1987 and plastic molded regret. One sip out of these bad boys and you might grow a third arm. But logos look cool on a shelf, huh? Next and last, Exhibit C. ASOS rims. Bladed spokes, 6-speed freewheel. Remember when 6 gears was plenty? Now if you don't have a 52-tooth climbing gear, I refuse to even look at a hill. These wheels weigh more than a modern e-bike, but they are bomb-proof, mostly because they're built like a tank. Hey, speaking of heavy obsolete technology, let's talk about the elephant in the room, or rather, the giant hanging in the room. For those following Project Reclamation over the Patreon, we put a highly targeted pitch on a certain corporate desk this week for a modern superbike. The deadline was Friday at 5 p.m. My inbox remains completely empty. The industry has left us on red, which is fine. It just means we're taking the rim brakes to bloom. We're going to war with the weapon we already have. But if I'm going to push 350 watts in obsolete technology, I have to address the fuel. This brings me to my Starch Replacement Theory. My coach mandated 200 grams of protein a day. Wednesday, I attempted a threshold workout fueled entirely by cinderblock tuna and lettuce. The biological system completely crashed. It turns out spite is a great motivator, but it doesn't actually replenish glycogen. That's the show. Vingegaard is an alien, Del Toro is the future, and my legs are officially on strike until I eat a carbohydrate. Who's your pick for Sanremo? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see exactly what a catastrophic metabolic metabolic, that's the word I'm looking for, failure looks like on a rim brake bike. The link to the Engine Room Patreon is in the description. Hit subscribe if you still have a water bottle that smells like 1985. You know who you are. I'm Pat. Go ride your bike, even if it's cold in the basement. See ya.